The wind howled, echoing through the empty streets. Rain lashed against the crooked windows of the old house. Inside, shadows danced as if they had a life of their own. Dust motes swirled in the pale moonlight, creating an ethereal glow in the eerie room. The house creaked and groaned, its wooden bones settling after years of standing alone, untouched by human hands. It was not a place for the living, but a sanctuary for the forgotten. It was a place where secrets whispered on the wind, tales of sorrow and mystery carried through the air. The house stood at the end of Harbinger Lane, shrouded in an eerie silence that seemed to swallow all sound. Its paint peeled, revealing rotting wood beneath, a testament to the passage of time. The garden was overgrown, weeds twisting around rusted gates, reclaiming the land. Locals spoke of the house in hushed tones, their eyes wide with fear and curiosity. They said it was haunted, a place where spirits roamed freely.
The old house had stood empty for decades, a silent witness to the passage of time. Rumors swirled around it like the dead leaves that gathered on its porch, carried by the wind. They spoke of a family that had lived there, a family that had disappeared without a trace, leaving behind only memories. Some said they were murdered, their spirits trapped within the walls. Others claimed they had simply vanished, leaving no clues behind. The truth, like the house itself, remained shrouded in darkness, a mystery waiting to be unraveled.
Elias, a young artist drawn to the macabre, stood before the house. He'd heard the stories. He'd seen the fear in the eyes of the townsfolk, yet he felt an undeniable pull towards the house. He wanted to capture its darkness, its sorrow on canvas. He wanted to understand its secrets. As he pushed open the creaking door, a cold gust of wind slammed against him. The air inside was heavy, thick with the smell of decay and something else, something ancient and unsettling.
Elias shivered, pulling his coat tighter around himself. He stepped inside, each footfall echoing in the silence. The interior was dark and dusty. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling like macabre decorations. Furniture lay draped in white sheets, their shapes distorted in the gloom. Elias ran his fingers along a dusty table, his touch leaving a trail in the grime. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched.
He wandered through the house, his footsteps echoing softly against the wooden floors. Each room was a portrait of neglect, frozen in time, with dust settling like a shroud over forgotten memories. A child's doll lay discarded on the floor of a bedroom, its porcelain face cracked and staring, a silent witness to the passage of years. In the kitchen, a plate lay shattered on the floor, remnants of a meal long gone, hinting at a time when the house was filled with life. The house whispered to him, its voice a low moan in the chimney, a creak on the stairs, and the rustle of unseen movements. Or perhaps it was just the wind, playing tricks on his mind, making the silence seem alive.
He found himself drawn to the grand staircase, its presence both majestic and foreboding. It curved gracefully upwards, the banister covered in a thick layer of dust, untouched by human hands for years. As Elias ascended, each step creaking under his weight, he could have sworn he heard whispers, faint and elusive. They were faint, indistinct, like the rustling of silk dresses and the murmur of conversations long past, echoing through the corridors of his mind.
At the top of the stairs, a long hallway stretched before him, shrouded in shadows and mystery. Portraits lined the walls, their eyes seeming to follow Elias as he walked, their gazes heavy with untold stories. The faces staring down at him were pale and gaunt, their expressions filled with a mixture of sadness and accusation, as if they knew secrets he could never fathom. He paused, feeling a chill run down his spine, the weight of the house's history pressing down on him. Section 4, The Eyes That Watched.
He pushed open a door at the end of the hall, the hinges creaking ominously as it swung open. The air inside was icy cold, raising goosebumps on his arms. It felt as if the room itself was alive, breathing out a chilling breath. It was a child's room, a rocking horse frozen mid-gallop in the center of the floor, as if time had stopped. A child's drawing still clung to the wall, faded with age, yet holding on to memories long forgotten. He felt a presence here, something sad and lost, lingering in the shadows, whispering tales of sorrow.
Elias knelt down, examining the drawings with a heavy heart. They were childishly drawn, depicting a family, a mother, a father, and a small child, all holding hands. They were smiling in the pictures, their eyes bright with happiness, radiating warmth and love. But there was something unsettling about the drawings, something in the way the eyes seemed to follow him, watching his every move.
As he reached out to touch one of the drawings, a cold wind slammed the door shut with a force that shook the room. Elias jumped to his feet, his heart pounding in his chest, echoing the fear that gripped him. He rattled the doorknob frantically. It wouldn't budge. He was trapped, panic rising within him, and he could hear the whispers again, this time closer, circling him, mocking him, filling the room with a sinister presence.
Section 5, The Secret of the Attic Room.
I need to find a way out of here. This place, it's suffocating.
You seek answers, but are you prepared for the truth?
Who's there? Show yourself.
The attic holds the key, but beware it's not just secrets that lie within.
What do you mean? What secrets?
The air grew colder, the whispers louder. Elias knew he had no choice but to face whatever awaited him in the attic.
All right, I'll go, but I won't be afraid, not anymore.
Courage is but the first step. Remember, the truth can be a double-edged sword.
I'll take my chances, lead the way.
With a deep breath, Elias headed towards the attic, determination and fear warring within him. The secret of the attic room awaited.